in front of the station. What station is that? Well, the federal station. That's right, the feds. We don't want to argue semantics, but yeah, it was really trippy. So basically, our doctor 3 days ago showed up in the morning with an FBI shirt on, and the shirt was like fidelity, behavior, integrity. It was some weird acronym that was not the actual FBI, and it was an Aloha shirt. It was actually really cool. It was one that we would rock if we found it, and and that was one thing. So that was how we started our day 3 days ago. Okay, and then they brought in a AA meeting, and it's two people on a panel. They bring it into the hospital, and one of the people is a man and a woman, and one of the people um, basically shared that he was a contractor for the FBI for 8 years. 8 years. We didn't ask if he still worked for him. I don't think he did, the way he was talking about it so freely. But he even said, like he didn't even know what they were using his stuff for. They contacted him and said, "Hey, we'd like to offer you a job." And so he worked as a private contractor, basically like writing code and encrypting stuff, and he never knew what his work was actually going towards. Very, very interesting stuff, especially when you consider the fact that, well, last year, while I was on a cruise with my family to Alaska, something we've been trying to do forever. We'd never been on a cruise, man, and my folks saved up for it and brought my sister and I along, and it was amazing. It was so cool. It was like heaven on a boat, man. I mean, you get soft serve ice cream whenever you want. As much freaking New York style, greasy, beautifully wonderful, tasty pizza whenever you want. You get freaking like 5 pools, 6 hot tubs to choose from, all underneath a big night sky. It was just like, plus, you get to stop in 3 different ports and check out Alaska. We got to see the actual iceberg glaciers, giant chunk of ice, man, just like a landmass, but it was ice. And we got to see that. It was so cool. Well, it was interesting because while I was on that particular cruise, I found a bathroom that I didn't know existed. And um, in that bathroom, there was a cell phone. And the cell phone, I obviously, well, it's not obvious because my first inclination would not be to turn it in, but my second one is, and the second one's usually right. That's what I figured out. Two has always been my lucky number, and I think that might be why, because, well, because it's usually the second thing I come up with that'd be the right thing, and that's the godly thing, and that was to turn the phone in, and not before we got to take a funny selfie with it sitting on the toilet of that restroom. And we took a funny selfie, snap the picture. Well, it just so turns out that that was the head of public relations for the FBI. No joke. We were on a cruise boat with the director of public relations for the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and we found her phone and we snapped a selfie on a toilet on her phone. You can't make this stuff up, man. Now, it gets deeper when you know that somebody in my life that's close to me has been trying to apply for the FBI for maybe 4 years, that they've been taking it seriously. And, um, well, yeah, they didn't find the phone. You know what I'm saying? We did. And then just these little things that come up. Now, why do we say all this? Well, We say all this because at one point we were actually supposed to be working with the FBI. And we were going to be working to help bring down a criminal organization. Now, that never actually ended up coming into fruition. For one reason or another, our email correspondence with this agent in particular, Agent Black. Well, Agent Black, um, that's another interesting synchronicity. For any of y'all who know my past, Damn Cam here. Well, Damn Cam used to go by Nurmak Black. And Nurmak was somewhat of an alter ego, but not really. I think Nurmak was more of the creation of what we wanted to be because Cameron was always small. Cameron was always shy. Cameron never quite measured up. And then we created this Nurmak character and we were able to embody what it was we wanted to, what we wanted from life. Nurmak Black. And then we work with Agent Black. So, long story short, we're going to be in the FBI, and you're looking at the future of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.